Welcome to another edition of Smalltalk for You. This morning I wanted to take a brief look at profiling in VisualWorks, and of course this will also work in ObjectStudio. To get things loaded, you want to go to Developer Tools and then pick Profiling UI. That'll bring in the Profiling UI and the core, and this allows you to get a nice interactive view of how things look when you profile some code. Now, once I've loaded that in, let me just show you how this works. I've started this up in a bottom feeder development image so that I have some code that'll actually take enough time to run to get useful information out of. So what you do is take the code you're interested in, put it in a block, and then time profiler, assuming I can spell it, time profiler, profile, and you can also do memory profiler, but that's not what I'm interested in right now. So time profiler, profile, the block. So over here, I think I put a quote mark instead of that, so let's go ahead and fix that up and try this. Now what you see when that came up is you have kind of a tree view of all the things that happen. So you can see that 100% of the time is in here, and as I scroll down I can get kind of dividers. So I can collapse the individual areas that are something interesting. So I can contract this, so I can see that almost 60% of the time was in this one method, and the bulk of the rest of the time was in this other method. So that gives me the ability to kind of explore each of these things and say, well, why does this all take so much time? And I can come in here and I can spawn that out, and that'll just take that text out. Or I can right click and I can say, well, let me go ahead and look at all the senders of it, the implementers of it, so I can go ahead and take a look at that in the browser. So I can take a look at all these places and see where my bottlenecks might exist. And up here, notice that it's not taking enough time that there really are bottlenecks, but this was just enough information to demonstrate what's going on in this tool. So this is kind of the way the profiling works in VisualWorks, and of course, again, ObjectStudio. And you get this tree view of information which you can collapse and expand, and then you can hone in on places you think there are problems. If this were not something like 0.79 seconds real time and 0.12 seconds of active time, if this were some expansive time, I might want to hone in on these places that were taking the bulk of the time, figure out why is this consuming this kind of time. And when I was building bottom feeder years ago, I used this tool extensively for just this purpose. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with whatever Smalltalk you're using.